It's Thursday, and I usually do an update on me. I'll do a little one, but I'm gonna do a story time. Saturday, I go to the doctor's to get blood work done. Then I go to the doctor Monday to my doctor. Then on the 16th, I go to my kidney doctor. But it's a little story time. Two people I'm subscribed to on here on YouTube are actually pregnant and they're having a baby. So I would like to congratulate Chris and his wife. They're having their sixth child. They just had one named Mila. Yes, Mila. Oh my god. She's adorable. And she's already saying ABCs and already counting. And saying words. I'm like, so my grandson can say some words, but not a lot. You know. But anyway. It's not bad. But anyway. Getting into the other one is Paige Corian. Well, she's not Paige Corian anymore. She's Paige something else. She got married to her husband. I'm sorry about that. I had to pause for a second because I thought I was asking a question. Anyway. I was talking about Paige and her husband having a baby, and both of them are having little girls now. So they say they're having little girls. But let me tell you a little story time. I remember where I went to Galveston. That's where I had my oldest son was in Galveston, Texas, at John Seeley Hospital. I was in the hospital. I went up to the hospital because I was a high risk patient because of the hole in my heart and everything else. So when I got to the doctor in Galveston, that's when they did the ultrasound and they let me know that I was having a little boy. And I came home with my mom. We got home that day and I was happy. My mom was happy. Oh, I'm having a grandson, blah, blah, blah. We get inside the house. My brothers look at my mom and say, don't get comfortable. We got to go to the hospital. And she said, we just got back from the hospital. What's up? Dad had a heart attack. That was the day my dad had a heart attack. The day I found out I was having a boy. My first child was a boy. I tore my insides up. I tore my mom's heart. We got home. When we got home, my brother told us. We left. My oldest brother drove. He said, I'll drive, Mom, I'll drive, blah, blah, blah. And me and my other brother sat in the back seat. My mom sat up front with my brother. We got in there and we did what we did. That wasn't the first time I saw my dad's no spot. But he wanted to show me that he had a catheter in there, and he wanted to show me where they had cut and went in and had to do a little bit of a bypass. They did a bypass on him or something. And I leaned over and hugged my dad. I said, Dad, you gotta make it. You can't die on me right now. You can't die on us. And he says, oh, I'm not gonna die. I'm not gonna die. I'm not gonna die. Everything's gonna be alright. I said, I gotta tell you something. And since Brian and Randy's in here, I want to tell them as well. And everybody sat around. My mom says, go ahead, it's the right time. I said, Dad, you're gonna have a grandson. And my brother said, you're having a boy? I said, you're gonna have a nephew. Kept figuring out what to name the babies. The babies. Now, I didn't tell them that I was having two. They just thought one. I didn't even know I was having two. So I was pregnant with twins. And I kept thinking, what am I going to name these kids? What am I going to name them? Well, I've always liked Ryan Wade and Brian Wade. And Ryan and Brian. And I was thinking Brian because my second brother is Brian. But his middle name is Wayne. So I was thinking Ryan and Brian. And their middle name was going to be Ryan Wade and Brian Wade. Well, it didn't happen at all. So my oldest son is named Jeffrey Wayne Dawson. And then his dead brother, and I'll get into that in a minute, was Jordan Wayne Dawson. Jeffrey's brother was born with no body, just a head, and he wouldn't have made it. He kind of like Stewie, with a football head, but it really wasn't a football head, but it was a head, and that was it. No body. He wasn't even alive. His body did not come out, form, and make arms and legs. He just had a head with a nub. Have you ever seen, my husband has these two fingers gone. Ever seen somebody with their fingers gone? Am I right? Or is it these two fingers? Anyway, he's got two fingers missing. And he's got nubs. Have you ever seen anybody with a nub, like either on their toe or their fingers or whatever? And that's what it was. So, he didn't make it. Jordan did not make it. So, I had my son Jeffrey in Galveston. Funny story, when my son came out, I had a needle like this stuck in my neck to make sure my heart was okay and everything was fine. And the doctor told me, don't move when you get the epidural. Well, I moved. I did that because it hurt. But sometimes I do feel pain in my lower back. And there has been times when I have sat there and cannot feel my legs. Period. So, anyway, to make a long story short, when he came out, he peed all over the doctor, and he even got it in the doctor's mouth because the doctor started saying, towel please, towel please. So funny. As for my second son, when he came out, for my second son, Joshua, his name is Joshua Michael Chapman. Some of you probably do know Michael Chapman, my ex-husband. Anyway, Joshua, when I was pregnant with Joshua, I went for an ultrasound. They told me Joshua was a little girl. I was so happy. I have a son and a daughter. That's all I needed was a boy and a girl. That's all I ever wanted all my life was a boy and a girl. I always thought about having twins or a boy and a girl. If I had twins, I was going to have no more kids. I just wanted 2 kids. That was it. The other one, just 2 kids. Well, 3 if you include my stepdaughter. But anyway, so when Joshua, they told me he was a little girl. That's why I say when you are pregnant and you have an ultrasound, they will tell you one thing, but it could be something else. They tell me Josh was a girl. And I went out and spent $500 on little girl clothes. Come to find out, he wasn't a little girl. He was a little boy. His butt cheeks, the butt crack, is what they saw and said it looked like a vajayjay. Now, That is funny. And when I had him, the doctor had to help push him out because they gave me so much drugs it knocked me out. I didn't even know where I was or what I was doing. And when he came out, I do remember waking up a little bit when the doctor said, "Give me one more push, Miss Green." Well, not green. One more push, Miss Salmon. Just one more push. And I pushed, and Joshua came out. He kicked the doctor in the nose. He said he broke the doctor's nose. That's when I looked at my ex-husband and said, he's gonna be a fighter, and he is. Now, if you've ever read the Bible and you read the book of Joshua, then you know why I named my son Joshua. Because he's gonna be a leader, and he's gonna lead people in the right path to things. And yeah, he's a leader, alright. People follow him, and they started doing bad things. And I was like, that's not the kind of leader I want my son to be. I want my son to be a good leader. And now he is. I've told him, my son, I said, look, if you, okay, if you do bad, your son's going to see, and your son's going to start doing bad. You want to do good so your son does good. You don't want your son to do bad. You want him to do good. So, and he was born in Pasadena, Texas. Both of my boys are loving kids. My oldest one lives in Arizona now, and my youngest one lives here in Houston, and he has a wife and a kid. He's been with his in-laws because she didn't want to live with nobody but her mom and dad, because she knew that she could get the help that she needed with them, then they could have got help here, but there was not any more room for them to stay here. This room, which is my office, yeah, they could have slept here, but it's so small, and the downstairs room that used to be my stepfather's room is like, bleh. And no. So, I'm going to end this video at that. So when you have an ultrasound and you're pregnant, make sure you have a final one before your due date so you really know the real gender of the baby, or before you have a baby shower. So you know the real gender of your child. So if you're going to have a gender reveal party, make sure it's the right gender and not the wrong one. Because for me, I told everybody I was having a girl and I had a boy. So doctors can be wrong and ultrasound can be mistaken. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up. And until next time, I love you guys and bye.